our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Ranae is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Ranae.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you every Monday morning to bring a little bit of spiritual awareness into our everyday life, just to make things a little bit easier, a little bit smoother. Sometimes to figure out why some people feel like they got it going really easy and others don't. As we always start, we always go to Neil Donald Walsh. As I flip it, we'll read whatever's there. And quite honestly, I ask Spirit to kind of add a lot to that, to give a little bit more understanding. And that's for the top of the hour. The bottom half of the hour, we do have our 5-card stud where I do highlight a different deck every week. This week is Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle Cards. I can't tell you who it's from, who published it. I have to actually get into this to figure it out. But that's okay. We're going to figure it out. Good morning, Tim. So we're going to do this at the bottom of the hour and see what happens. Okay, so let's get started this lovely Monday morning. Oh. Wow, that flipped open really fast. This should be interesting. Apparently I got something in there marked too. Who knows? Okay, whatever. In a society where nothing is hidden, no one is willing to get anything or have anything at someone else's expense. The chief aim is providing a good life for all. I tell you this, nothing breeds fairness faster than visibility. Visibility is simply another word for truth. I like that. I like that a lot. And oh my good gracious, you know how I've talked about when I read this stuff, it's like the week prior, it's been all about this. So I feel like I'm like a week ahead. I feel like I'm a week ahead. And anyway, so going through this, truth, always truth. It's really been my example over this last week, or not example, but my understanding over this last week, because it really has been brought to my attention on so many different levels, in so many different ways, how people in general, not pointing fingers, not saying you, not saying me, not saying anybody, just people in general, there always seems to be a hidden agenda. Always seems to be a hidden agenda. And not just that there's a hidden agenda, and you may not even know what that hidden agenda is. It's just something inside of you. But we're always trying to protect that hidden agenda. And then we act upon it. And we cause stifle feelings. We cause prickly energy. Some energy workers will say it. We cause arguments. We cause not listening to each other. So many things happen when we are hiding of things. Okay. Now, how does that pertain to this? How does this pertain to this? It's that visibility clause. It's that visibility. It's that portion of the visibility. Okay. Gosh, how do I explain this without just, I don't want to step on toes. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I guess I'm just going to have to point blank this morning with this. And I don't want to necessarily use my personal examples, because I've had a few this week, and I honestly, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, and people would think that, and that's not what I want. But let's just put it let's do it from an aspect of having a conversation with somebody. Okay. Let's just do it from having a conversation with somebody. And quite simply, you're just kind of sitting down and you're conversating about, politics, about religion. Let's go to religion. Because it might be the easiest way to explain it. So many people will say they will talk all day long, but they will not put certain conversations on the table. Religion won't be put on the table, politics, whatever, jobs, whatever. But what seems to happen, and if we go to the religious standpoint, Catholic versus Lutheran versus Christian versus Protestant versus Jehovah's Witness, the list just goes on and on and on. Okay. And each religion will say to basically come to the table, be nice, don't hold judgment, spread my word, uplift. It's not your place to decide, it's God's place. They all have this basic platform. Trust me, I'm a girl that went to all the different churches growing up because I spent the front night at my friend's house all the time, and Saturday nights and I always had to go to church on Sunday morning, and I went to all of them. And I could never figure out the difference between them because they all had very similar messages. And to me, that means everybody comes to the table and everybody is going to have that beautiful message. But that's rarely the case. Why? Because there's this hidden agenda. There's this hidden thing. And it is, I want you to see it my way. Because I think my way is better. And I'll give you the world if you feel it. We'll have great conversation. We'll have all this amazing stuff if you see it my way. But they don't come to the table with that thought process. Nobody comes to the table going, I want you to see it my way. There's no your way. We all come to the table going, hey, let's have a conversation. And nobody expects it to end up where it's at, although it tends to always end up there. Not always, most of the time. And it's because of that hidden agenda. In religion, it's easy to explain it because we see it. Every church basically states, and you can have everything if you do it our way. It's that hidden agenda again. The visibility of it would be, doesn't matter if you come to my church or not. Doesn't matter if you believe my way or not. If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you believe in this, blah, blah, blah. Because basic religion is basic religion. It's God and Jesus. And sometimes you throw in a Holy Ghost or Mother Mary. Kind of shake them up a little bit. And where they land is basically the house. And I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm not a philosopher on religion, but as from a child's point of view, that's kind of what it looked like. But in all of them, they said only one person could judge. And with us, we shift it, we change it. We don't give the visibility of what the true message is because we have a hidden agenda of what we want you to think. And I know everybody's throwing up their hands going, oh, no. Well, think about every conversation you've ever had. It's simple manipulation is what it is. And quite frankly, 99% of people do it. I do it. I catch myself doing it and go, oh my God, what the heck am I doing? Stop. Here's the flat out information. Take it for what you want. But even when you take it out of religion, you take it out of politics and you put it into an everyday life. What we tend to do is we want the best for everybody. We want everybody else to have this amazing life. Very few will say, oh my God, I just want that person to rock. I mean, there's the situation out there. I think we've all said it one time or another. But really in our heart of hearts, there's a lot of times we don't actually mean it. We really want the world not to have issues. Why? Because we don't want war and we don't want fasting and we don't want all of these things that are going on. So we want everybody to have this much better life. But the issue is we want to choose what somebody else's life means for them if it's a better life. Point blank. Again, that's a hidden agenda. How many times have you either said to yourself or you've heard, I'm not going to give money to that homeless person because they're just going to go buy alcohol or drugs with it. Or they might not be homeless and they're just doing this as a job, and I'm not going to give my good money to somebody that's doing that. I've heard it a lot. And I've seen some great people say, I'm not going to give money. Good morning, Keith. I'm not going to give money to you, but I'll make you a meal. That's a hidden agenda of I want you to do what I want to do. I want to control somebody else's, what they think is a good thing. Or I just don't have it to give to you, so I'm not going to give it to you. Because I don't have enough to share. In all actuality, you have a great day, Keith. In all actuality, even when you have nothing, you have something to share. You have something else to help value somebody else's life. Now, I always think about this day because I have a grandson that thinks about it quite often. I didn't have much money, and him and I, it was a few years ago, we're driving to another town. We had to go up to a mall for something. This store was at this mall and wasn't anywhere around. And I'd stopped at the local gas station for some sandwiches for us, and we just kind of went on our way. And we got to the next town over, a bigger town, Madison. And right outside the mall was a gentleman that was perceived to be homeless, with a sign clearly asking for money or work or food, whatever, because the situation was in. And my grandson said, Nani, what's that about? And I told him. He goes, you have any money? And I said, honey, I honestly don't have any extra money. He goes, so we got nothing to give him? And I looked on the seat. And I'd only ate half my sandwich. Now it's not like I had half a burger, I ate half the burger. It was, it was like a, I don't know, egg salad sandwich or something. So it literally was half of the sandwich I ate. And I had the other half. And I said, Dawson, I said, how about see if he wants this? I haven't touched it and I'm just going to throw it away. And I rolled the window down and I said, sir, all I got is this. And he took it. He said, thank you so much. And he immediately started to eat it. Clearly he was hungry. Now I had no extra money. I had no extra anything, but I did have this. And here you go. I didn't care if he ate it now. I didn't care if he threw it in his pocket. I didn't care if he threw it away because honestly, he was maybe just begging for money because that's how he's making a living. It didn't matter to me. What he did or didn't do with it didn't matter. I just wanted him, and my grandson just wanted him to feel a little bit better for whatever reason. And it was very simple. And it's always given me a good lesson because my grandson always brings it up to me. And I mean, not as much as he used to. But he brings it up to me about helping that one guy that was hungry. Yeah. And it sparked something in him. Because at 6 years old, he never has the agenda of wanting to keep everything for himself. He only wants things better for other people. And he teaches me all the time. Just a week ago, this little boy, after we got hit by the tornadoes, and my granddaughter lost her trampoline, and gosh, even though they both played on it, it was her birthday present. And she truly was heartbroken. She was crying and crying and crying. And Dawson, being as beautiful as he is, goes over to her, and she doesn't want to be touched, and he didn't care. He gives her a big hug. Says, Sissy, I'm going to give you all the money I've been saving for my first car, and I'm going to buy you a trampoline. Not him. He doesn't know how much a trampoline is, and he obviously doesn't know how much money is in that savings account. But he was willing to give every penny he had because he knew he could save more money to make her life better. Clearly, we didn't do it that way, but it was beautiful. And the next day, we didn't start with cleaning up our yard. We went to the cemetery, and we went to the next door neighbors, and we helped clean up their yards because we wanted their life to be better. We wanted their life to be easier. We're the youngest ones on the block. So let's give to them before to us. We want them to have a better. There's no hidden agenda there. It's just we want more for you. Because we'll have more stamina to come back and do ours. And the next morning, because clearly we didn't have enough time to get to our, we picked up some big sticks and that was about it. Took down the rest of the trampoline, we tore the trampoline apart. And the next day, instead of cleaning up our yard, my son-in-law and Dawson went to some older people's houses and helped them take stuff out of their basements and rip out carpets and started cleaning up our stuff. And then when they were done with that, instead of coming home, they went to another community that's like, half an hour away and sandbagged because it's projected they're going to flood and to help to protect their homes. And by the time they got back, they were too exhausted to even touch the yard here. And 5 days went by because work happened, everything else happened. And 1 week after the storms happened is when they finally started to work on their own stuff. Now, I'm sure they didn't want to spend this weekend cleaning up here and fixing things here. But in their heart of hearts, they knew it was better for them and better for a community to go to the community and make life easier for somebody else. Make somebody else's life better. Why? Because it in turn makes your own life better. Yeah, I have to do this and I have to get this done, but I have time. I have availability. Let's get this done. Let's go to you. And quite frankly, sometimes you have to realize, in order to make a better community, in order to make things better around you, you have to stop thinking about you and your expense. Whether it be money or time, reputation, I don't care what it is. We're so worried as a society about holding on so tightly to what is ours, while we scream we want to help our community, but nobody ever does. And in truth, we will hide what we do or don't have, or lie about it, so that we don't have to show up, so we don't have to go there. And I know without a doubt, as my son-in-law and my grandson went to sandbag the community, I know there was a lot of thank yous. I know there was a ton of thank yous. And I know there was a lot of, well, where are you at? And he told me, he goes, oh my God, what are you doing here? We know you got nailed. Why are you here helping for our potential when you got tons of cleanup? And he goes, because my cleanup away. Your potential's coming. And it's so funny because when they came home, they never really, he told me about how he was taught by a military, because military came in too to help sandbag. And the military showed him a different way to do the sandbagging that he went, wow, this is so intelligent, because not only does it help keep more water out, it keeps it all from breaking down and floating away. And he talked about the knowledge he gained. He talked about how he gave his personal phone number, his personal phone number, which is also his work number, to the gentleman in the house that they were sandbagging. He said, if you need more, whatever you need, you call me. I will come. We will come. He's like, I don't care. I don't care if you're calling me at noon and you're going under. You call me. I will leave my work. I will come. I have that availability to leave and come and do whatever it takes to help you not go under and ruin your stuff. Your stuff get ruined. And the guy goes, you know what? That goes the same. He goes, because you helped me save my stuff. If you need help, you call me and I'll make the availability no matter what's going on to help you clean up your yard that you're not doing because you're here helping me instead. And I thought that was super awesome. But then I had to laugh because there was another part of the story. And he said it was so cool because he goes, you know what? A bunch of women made a bunch of food, a potluck, an array for the people sandbagging. All the people, men and women, children out there sandbagging. So they brought their own. They did their own time. Pretty cool, right? And they got pictures and they posted the pictures and they did all this amazing stuff because they did so good. And then they never told anybody that was working there was food. They didn't tell anybody there was food. They posted they made the food and this big spread for the people sandbagging, but they didn't bother to tell anybody that there was food. They posted the pictures on the community. Come down, help, eat. People came and ate, but they didn't help. And then when the sandbaggers came up, they went, oh, there's nothing left. We got a cupcake. And they laughed and they're like, I wasn't here for the food anyway. And I have to laugh because I don't think there was ill will there. I really don't think there was ill will. I don't think they were trying to do that for publication. But it did show me that sometimes people show up for their own and not even have the intent to help. So they just show up to take. And sometimes we have to stop as a society to look around and go, what can we do to make our society better? What can we do to just help our neighbors? What can we do to help the homeless person? What can we do to make life better for other people? And we don't necessarily do that. And if we do, a lot of times there's a hidden agenda. But when we take that hidden agenda out, we take out the hidden agenda. I'm doing this for my soul. I'm doing this because, I'm going to get help back. I'm doing this, for whatever reason. Or the opposite. I can't do it because I can't let go of a little bit of me. Then we have issues. Because we're not building a better society. We're not. We're just building a whole bunch of people hiding from each other. A bunch of people having conversations. And maybe this week we need to stop and think when we're having those conversations or those thoughts, or when we see the people. You see a homeless person and you don't have $20. Give them half a sandwich. Give them a shirt you're going to donate to Goodwill. Give them a smile. Roll down your window and just say hi. Say, I don't have anything. But I just want to say bless you. That goes a long way. When you show up to help somebody else, do it clearly with open hands and an open heart, without caring what they're going to do with it. They're going to better themselves, whatever they feel their better is. Stop clenching so tight. And if you don't understand it, go back to a story that's told to every kindergartner. Because it wasn't that many years ago when you're thinking about, when you say it as a century, it seems like a long time ago. But when you only go back to the 1900s, when you go back to your grandma or your great-grandma and the Depression, or 100 years earlier than that, they used to talk about communities. And they tell a story of a little girl that was hungry. And she told her mom, she grabbed a pot and a pan pot, sorry. And she's going to go out and fill it up with snow. Mom goes, why are you doing that? She goes, I'm going to go make rock soup. I'm hungry. Mom goes, okay. Doesn't know what that's going to do for her. And the little girl takes that pot out into the middle of the community, the middle of the village, fills it full of snow, throws a rock in there, starts a little fire, and puts the pan on the fire. And the community starts to come out little bit by little bit. What you making there, dear? She goes, I'm going to make rock soup. I'm making rock. It's going to be the best I've ever had. Rock soup. Somebody in the community goes, you know what? I might have an extra potato. Can I put a potato in that? She goes, oh, that'd be nice. That'd be great. So they come out, they clean the potato, they cut it up, and they put it in her rock soup. She stirs it and smells like this. This is smelling so good. Somebody else in the community comes by and goes, what you guys doing? We're making rock soup. Well, I might have a carrot. He goes in and he finds a carrot, but it's a wilted carrot. It's not one that's really much good for anything anymore. But he brings it back out and he cleans it up and he cuts it up and he puts it in the soup. And she goes, it's just getting better. And it drew enough attention to the community that they all wanted to add a little bit to this rock soup. And by the time the community was done helping the little girl make the rock soup, there was enough nutritious soup to go around for everybody because she just had to keep adding water. One little girl's idea of going out there to share an idea of just making water with a rock helped the community to stop thinking about hoarding the little bit of food they had left for themselves, to bring one little morsel in to share. And they fed everybody. And maybe as a society, we have to remember that story that we're told as kids. If you didn't hear that story, I'm sure you heard the stories of the Depression and helping each other. And maybe we need to go back to that. I will tell you, we will not only be better off as a community, we'll be better as individuals because you've showed up. I've been very blessed in the last week and a half to live through not one, not two, but 3 supercell tornadoes. My community lived through it. Very small community. And I've seen a community come together to clean a cemetery and the road to a cemetery. Very small community cemetery. Up there, as soon as they could see, to clear it, to clean it. So not only could the family that was coming through at 9:30 in the morning for their loved one, the funeral started at 9:30. I'm sure they're going to hit the cemetery about 11 to make sure it was clear. Not only so that the equipment could get through to bury this gentleman, but the families could get through. And not only that the road was clear and the plot was clear, but they cleared the whole cemetery of every small stick there was. There was nothing left to be seen. It looked like the tornado never hit it. So that this family could bury their father, their grandfather, their great-grandfather, because they were terrified they were not going to be able to bury him. And they didn't call anybody. They were just going to drive by the next morning, 8:30 in the morning, to see if they were going to be able to bury him that day. Or they're going to have the pain of having to go through the rescheduling all over again. And maybe that doesn't seem like much to you, but when you have to go through that pain once, you definitely don't want to have to do it twice. And I've seen a community come through and do that. And none of them were at the funeral. And then I seen them go house to house. And I seen that same community the night before bringing out their equipment, chainsaws and skid steers, to cut up trees through a road. It was a highway. Not because they were going to use it, but because, quite frankly, there was a lot of people that were going to have to get to the hospital in an emergency situation or police having to get back and forth. And there was nobody else to do it, so they did it. They didn't ask for gas. They didn't ask for anything. Gosh, they didn't even ask for a police officer to make sure they didn't get hit by somebody else coming through really fast. They put down everything. They didn't hold on. They opened up and they did it. I had the beautiful experience being brought up to an amazing places last weekend. And a great friend put my name out there. Not to bring business to him, but to create business for me. Matter of fact, giving more than he ever got back. And not worrying about him. I have another friend that does it all the time. And it makes me realize that that's what community is about. And that's how we're supposed to uplift people. And I think we need to all start looking at it that way. Changing our views, changing our ways, change the way we do things to go, you know what? I don't have much. But let me see if I've got a potato to add to the soup. That one potato can go a long way. With that being said, guys, I want you to look at some things that are coming up. I want you to look at Facebook. I want you to look at your community pages. You know, I was apprised of, he comes on here once in a while. He might even be on Facebook watching. I don't know. I haven't clicked over to Facebook to see yet. There's going to be another community cleanup at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin. Okay, there's been two. There's going to be another one with another big dumpster. He's got a lot of work to do to get this building cleaned up after the winter. And I know it's an abandoned building, but, you know, he does a lot for the community, and he doesn't always get the help back. So please look to Facebook to Broadhead Manor to see what you can do if you have even a moment to go there when he puts it up for the third time, because it's a shame he's had to put up a third day to try to get this done when it could have been done in one. Please look at the communities that are still flooded in the, you know, southern Wisconsin or Illinois area, and see if you can show up to help. Sometimes just bringing canned goods if you can't do anything else. Think about where you can be or you can do. I'm also going to tell you I have a gallery that's going to be happening. It's just in the beginning stages of speaking about it. It's going to be June 5th at Broadhead Manor. There is a Bearded Brothers event that's going to take place Friday, the 5th of July, or 5th of June, and Saturday, the 6th of June. Now, all proceeds that come in are going to the Bearded Brothers, yes, but they do a lot for the communities. Okay, so everything's a donation. It's It's a price donation, but it's a donation to them because they do good things with the money. And we just talked last night, and the Bearded Brothers don't even know because it was myself and Bill that talked about it. And he'll talk to them later. I will be doing a free not a free gallery. It'll be a donation gallery. So there'll be a donation price, whatever they decide to put on it. I won't see any of the money for it, guys. It's clearly going to be just, I'm going to drive 25 minutes over. I am going to do the gallery meet and greet and talk to a lot of people. And all the money you pay towards it will be going to donate to the Bearded Brothers for their foundation to help other people. And that's my way of being able to give back to the community and my way to try to help. Find your way. Find your way, what you can do to make your community a little bit better. Because the little bit that you do inspires other people to do a little bit. Eventually, you got this beautiful community that's truly helping each other. And I don't care if you're in a very unincorporated town, small hometown, or a metropolis. Doesn't matter. One person can make a difference. So be that one person. Be that one person that starts. With that being said, guys, we're going to take some commercial breaks. I hope I made your day a little bit better. And when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. This has been DeEtte with School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. See you in a few.
How do you live a life of abundance and alignment? Carol Dutton, founder of Being You Energetically, is passionate about helping her clients get to that sweet life. Modalities she offers include Reiki, subtle energy healing, crystal grids, ancestral connection ceremony, Irogenics ancestral eye readings, and spiritual oil anointing. Whichever modality you choose, her powerful sessions will immediately give you the unique and specific missing links to clearing the traumatic and ancestral patterns keeping you from living an extraordinary life. Check her out at carolduttonusa.com. That's carolduttonusa.com. Right now, Carol has a special offer of 10% off an ancestral connection ceremony with promo code EDGE10. Again, that promo code is EDGE10. That's carolduttonusa.com. Join us at the Edge magazine, where enlightenment meets opportunity. As an advertiser, you'll reach a vibrant community of seekers and explorers eager to elevate their consciousness. Our full-color glossy publication, distributed to over 600 locations in US and Canada and reaching more than 100,000 readers annually, offers prime exposure to your holistic and metaphysical business, service, event, and products. Showcase your offerings with engaging articles and multi-page directory of practitioners. Connect with a discerning audience ready to embrace your unique contributions to their journey towards higher consciousness. Seize the opportunity to align your brand with the forefront of holistic exploration here, there, and everywhere. Contact sales at edgemagazine.net for more information about advertising options. Let's connect and explore how we can elevate your brand together.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This has been DeEtte School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming back to you with our second part of the day, which is our 5-card stud. We are using hello Mr. Eric on Instagram. Okay, we are doing the Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle cards. Don't know who this is from yet. Don't know who this is from. So we're going to open them up. Okay. I just feel very lots daisy today. I feel very just, here I am. There we go. Whatever. Okay, let's throw that portion away. Put that away. We've got Blossom of Wisdom Oracle cards. It's helping you find balance, harmony, and happiness in your life. It says, Blessings of Blossoms Oracle cards. Discover the healing power of nature and connect with its beautifully crafted Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle cards. Each card represents a unique flower that symbolizes a specific energy, emotion, and spiritual wisdom. Each of the 56 cards in this deck is presented with vivid illustrations and insightful descriptions to help you find guidance, enlightenment, and healing in all areas of your life. Whether you are seeking daily inspiration or need guidance through a specific challenge, this deck will be a helpful companion on your spiritual journey. Each card is imbued, I think there, or embedded, I can't read that one, imbued with the wisdom of a flower to help you find balance, harmony, and happiness in your life. Manufactured by Empath Soul, so it's publicated by Empath Soul, I know that much. I will tell you, it's got cursive writing. I am very fluent in cursive, trust me, I know how to use it. But it's also small, so even though I can see most of the words that one, I don't know if it's U's or I think it's a U and E, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Beautiful black box. Okay, it's got no book, guys, no book, but it does have a QR code. Too, it's important to be green as if you're like me. Choose a paperless menu. There you go, paperless menu. I kind of like that. If you are a complete beginner, I love this. It says if you are a complete beginner, scan the code. The keywords on the card are not sufficient for your use. Then you can scan the QR code to download the electronic version of the guidebook. Also, you can use A4 paper for printing it, so you will read it more clearly. I like that. I like that. So when you're looking at the cards, oh my gosh, how gorgeous are they? They're pretty. They're pretty. Ooh, basil. It does have the name of it on there. And it does have a few words to say what it's about. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that. The cards are really pretty. They're gorgeous. Hibiscus. Basil again. Basil. So let's see what we're going to get up with this. Wasn't sure if I was going to like this deck or not, but I think I'm going to start liking it. Tis the season, isn't it? Tis the season. Oh, you're allowed to feel that way, Dee. Hello, Miss Courtney. Hello. What are the name of the deck? Totally dig the flowers. I love that. Sorry, it's right. Love it. There's this little upload button that it's pop up. Oh my gosh, it's a new feature of StreamYard, but it's in the way of me reading comments. So this one is Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle. Are you able to screenshot that or take a picture of it, Courtney? Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle. It's Empath Soul. Probably be able to find them on Amazon. Hopefully. Not positive, but possibly. So, and I'm so glad to have you back, Courtney. So let's do 5-card stud. 5-card stud is where I am going to, awesome, love it. I am going to pick 5 cards. Okay, you get to pick 1 card, 2 card, 5 cards. I don't care. These are your readings. You can take a couple of them and put them in to make sense for you. You can have individual issues. And listen. Oh, thank you, Tim. Thank you. Thank you for finding that really quick. So, Courtney, I don't know if you've seen that. It said listed on Amazon as Flowers of Wisdom. So there you go. I love that. Awesome. You like how it's like you can't search the actual name, but thank you so much, Tim, for finding. Oh my God, that's awesome. See, community coming together to help community. I love that. So we're going to do each individual card, and when we're done with each individual card, I'm going to read them as a whole. Okay, I'll read all of them as a whole. Now, if you're really brave or you have a lot of issues going on, think about those issues. Write down keywords for every issue. Write a number by it really quick, and you can assign some guidance for each individual card to each individual thing. Trust me when I say it works that way. I know you're going to go, oh, DeEtte, you're full of it, but you're not going to believe how many people come back and say, oh my God, DeEtte, it was so spot on. And I'm going, there you go. I mean, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. It just seems to work. So we're going to keep going with that. So let's get to reading the cards. Okay. So card number 1, Azalea. Ooh, how pretty. Azalea. Renewed energy, enthusiasm. Renewed energy, enthusiasm. I love this card. Okay. because I'm looking at the beauty of this. I am looking at the beauty of this card because look at the azaleas. Have you ever seen them? They're gorgeous flowers, but they're simple, but yet very complex, very complex. Okay. And to me, it's going to take a whole lot of energy to make this flower as beautiful as it is and to pop like it does, which makes sense for the renewed energy and the enthusiasm. So card number 1 is really stating that, you know what, you're getting a breath of fresh air. You're going, oh my gosh, it's kind of like maybe you've changed your attitude. Maybe you got a little bit of wisdom. Maybe you got some inner intel into something, but you're feeling renewed within it. You're feeling kind of like, I've wanted to feel this way again. Now I'm feeling this way again. I'm loving my job again. I'm loving my life again. I'm loving what I'm doing again. I feel like I got a break, whatever this might be. And you're going, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. But it's coming with a zest of life. It's coming with that extra oomph. I want to do this. I want to do this. I'm ready for this. So that's card number 1. I like that because it's Monday morning. A lot of people aren't going to say that to me on a Monday morning. Ooh, card number 2 is the thistle. Defense and strength. Defense and strength. I'm looking at this more of the strength than the defense. Okay, I really am, because quite frankly, anybody gets into a thistle pasture, it's going to hurt a little bit, right? But how do you break down thistles? How do you not? You can walk through a thistle patch and never get hurt. Why? You step on them strategically. And guess what? You don't get hurt. So I don't think this is so much about the defense as much as it is the strength. You're looking at, can I do this? Can I get through this? It's a strength. It's going, you know what? I can get through this. I know how to get through this. I just have to attack this a little different. I have to go about this a little bit different. I have to change my way of doing this, whatever this might be. But it's honestly using the strength portion. It's using the wisdom to get through it. So back away from the situation, back away from the problem. Go, I've been going at this the wrong way. And now go back at it a different way. That's card number 2. Card number 3. Crocus. Youthful joy and cheerfulness. Crocus. Ooh. I like the name crocus. I know in mythology, I think crocus, it might be a negative term. I'd have to kind of look at that, or maybe it's something close to that. It's Kronos. That's where I'm looking at it. Kronos wasn't a big guy, he was a big guy. But at the same time, that boy was happy about eating his kids. I'm sorry. Go into mythology, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But crocus, youthful joy and cheerfulness. This is kind of going, you know what? I will tell you what. When I look at this card and I think about it, I see children, and I keep hearing through the eyes of children, through the eyes of children, through the eyes of children. Because when we look at things through the eyes of children, things look so much different. It's, and I will tell you what, it's probably the proper way to look at things. But as adults, we add in all of our chaos and all of the things we got, and we stop looking at things as a simplistic manner. Why? Because we're putting everything else into it, and we're making things just really super difficult. So this is saying to basically look at things through simplistic eyes. Back off. Stop taking all the crap and throw that into the garbage can next to you and go, you know what? I can't look at this from a complex manner. I have been trying to do this with trigonometry when really I need to go back to, I got hair in my face. I need to go back to simple, basic math. Okay. So look at things a little bit simpler. Pull back from it. There it is. Pull back from it and go, I can do this. I can do this. Card number 4 is Sweet Pea. Gratitude and joy. Gratitude and joy. I know this seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Guess what? It's a lot harder than you think. This is probably the hardest card so far. And I know you're looking at it going, what are you talking about? Clearly, when you look at this, you can see this is abstract painted art. They did not take a picture of a flower this. They didn't simply draw or paint a flower. They literally are doing this in putties and clays that have a little bit of tint in them to make this stand off, okay? This is a hard card. This is a hard picture. And I'm telling you what, gratitude is one of the hardest things you'll ever have in life, and joy is an almost impossible emotion. Not impossible. Almost impossible. Why? Because joy really is the highest, most beautiful emotion you can have. It comes with freedom of ego. It comes from just that place that when you look at a puppy dog, you feel great and you want to cry. That's what joy is. Okay. In order to have that, you have to have full gratitude. So often we don't live in gratitude. We live in worry. We live in, I need. But the best way to make life better is to live in gratitude. It is saying, thank you for having that happen for me. I'm grateful for the lessons or the experience. I know. Okay. I get it. You're going, DeEtte, you're whacked. But I tell you what, even when my granddaughter's the tornado balled my granddaughter's trampoline into a ball, and she bawled, and yes, other people came through and they'll take care of it. She was still crying, even though her mommy and daddy said, don't worry, we're going to order a new trampoline for you. We'll deal with insurance later. Today, you need your trampoline. She was still crying. And I said, you know what, honey? And she goes, what? And I said, you know how you told Mother Nature your trampoline was getting a little old, a little worn because your brother's pushing on the sides and it was ripping a little here and da-da. She's like, yeah. And I said, do you think maybe Mother Nature heard you say you needed one? She goes, what are you saying, Nani? I said, do you think maybe Mother Nature heard you say you needed a trampoline, a new, better one, sturdier one? And maybe she said, the only way you're going to get one, because nobody's hearing you, is I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take your old one away and make it impossible to put back together and leave the space for your new, better trampoline to show up. She goes, yeah, Nani, I think that's what it was. And all of a sudden she had gratitude for that storm. And the new, better trampoline showed up because she got 2 sets and put it in. She got to say exactly what she wanted and she got to pick it. And it showed up this week. And her mom put it together on Saturday. And she was so grateful now for a tornado to come through and destroy her old trampoline. Why? Because she got one that's a little bit better, a little bit sturdier, and a little more Dawson-proof than the last one. And she was grateful for a tornado. And it is looking at those things in life that you need to have gratitude for. It's not the good things necessarily. It's also what we seem bad or negative. We have to go, thank you for having that happen for me. Got it. I know, a lot to that card, isn't there? And the card number 5 is cornflower, perseverance and inspiration. Perseverance and inspiration. I love this card because this is the little train that could. The little train that could. Kept going and kept going and kept going. And that's what this card is about. Keep going. Keep trying. Keep moving forward. Even if you think you're hitting a wall. Keep trying. Because when you don't give up, it will happen. Maybe not in the way you expected it to happen, but it will happen. So keep trying, keep going. It will come to you. Number 1 was azalea. It's the renewed energy. Number 2 was thistle, the strength. Number 3 was crocus, the youthful joy. 4 was sweet pea, which is gratitude. And 5 was cornflower, which is perseverance. Now, when I'm looking at all of these cards, I'm looking at these cards going, you know what? When we put it together, this is a situation where I feel like this is more of a life situation than it's just a small dilemma. And I feel like there's been goals or things that you've wanted. Now, I think they've kind of died in your heart. I think you kind of went, I'm going to give up. I'm just going to go, well, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This isn't going to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen, whatever this might be. But I do believe things have been said around you, to you. You've heard it. You've felt it, whatever, that you've went, let's try again. Let's put this out again. Okay. So you're getting that renewed sense of energy. You're getting that enthusiasm. You're going, oh my God, maybe this will happen. I just need to keep going. I need to give it one more try. Start adding that gratitude. Start adding the thank you. Start looking at everything and going, thank God it hasn't happened yet, because if it had, I might have screwed it up by now because I didn't have the wisdom I have today. Start looking at all the beautiful reasons why it hasn't happened, and then allow it to unfold in front of you. Makes sense? Because it's coming. You just have to hold on a little bit longer. There you go. I hope you like this reading. I love this reading. I love these cards. Very simplistic, but boy, hi, Ronald. But oh boy, I loved it. I won't even lie. I love it. It's beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. I'm just looking around to see where else maybe somebody has posted. I tend to see all the comments after the fact, and I always feel bad when that happens. So I'm taking a moment to kind of go around right now to say, okay, has anybody posted? Anyway, guys, I hope you like those cards. I really liked them. I didn't think I was going to. I'm telling you what, I really, really like these cards. These cards are really for all different levels. I also would tell you what, I would put these cards in a little bowl or cup by where I sat or someplace because I need something to do today. They'd be a great 1 card a day type of thing also. I really like these. Again, Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle cards. Tim says, if you go to Amazon, look at Flowers of Wisdom, and these cards will pop up. Okay, Flowers of Wisdom, these cards will pop up. All I know is it's Empath Soul. It's not telling me. Maybe if I'm smart and do the QR code, maybe I'll get a little bit more information. Let's do it really quick. Maybe I will get, maybe I won't get anything. There we go. Hoping I can get who maybe created them other than Empath Soul. Not sure the QR code works, by the way, guys. It does work. Maybe well, hey, this is what I'm going to do so you can see a little bit more of it. If you guys want to, if you can screenshot that, if you can look at it, you guys can bring it up for yourself to see what the book itself looks like. That's a little bit extra opportunity I don't normally get to give you guys. So if you're on with me and you're seeing the video, feel free to do that really quick. It does have 308 pages in the book, but you can see all the individual cards. You can see all the individual, what it's about. It gives you a little bit of an insight you normally do not get. I'd buy these, guys. This is a deck. This is a deck I recommend. It's a deck I definitely recommend. So there you go. I'm only up to page 83, so I'm not sure if I'm going to figure this out one way or another, who bought these or who made these. Maybe I'm close. Had to really, no. They got practical uses, meditation, action, and ritual at the very bottom. It does give reverse meanings, so you know, guys, so you know. There you go. I didn't see it on Amazon. I'll look again. Oh my gosh. I don't like that for you. I don't like that for you. So really quick, I'm going to go there and see. Only because I really do like these cards. I like these cards and I want people to be able to buy these cards. Maybe if I put enough information in. Oh, found them for you, Courtney. Found them. I'm going to get the link for you. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. That's a whole lot of link too. Let me see if I put this in the search bar for you, Courtney, if it will help you. Okay, it's a long one there, darling. Hopefully that helps you there. This is what I typed in. And it showed them to me right away. And oh my gosh, maybe if I can get that highlighted. Here you go, darling. This is what I typed in my search bar for Amazon, and it brought them up. I was able to go over. It showed a bunch of possible cards. I was able to go over and find the exact deck, wherever it's at. So there you go. Perfect. Perfect. Hopefully that helps you a little bit, man. Nope, that's okay, darling. That's okay. It did on me too. Just so you know, darling. It did bring up at the very top, it said results each product page up on your options. It was the second one over for myself. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. But I do see all the other ones. There's a ton of them. But I wonder if I just if you just put Empath Soul up there, I don't even see them coming up. So it's got to be the wisdom ones. They got some really awesome Crystal of Wisdom cards. Oh my gosh. So many really cool cards in here. Witches of the Moonlight Force. Oh my good gracious. They got some really good cards. Even if you just put Empath Soul down and just really scroll, they do show up. It says it's a Deep Haka Wisdom. It's DPEHAKMK Flower Wisdom Oracle deck. That's a whole lot there. But there you go. So hopefully that helps you a little bit with that deck. So Instagram has quit. Sorry. With that being said, guys, where am I at this week? I'm in Rochester, Minnesota this week, guys. Rochester, Minnesota. I am doing a trance messaging time Friday night at 7 p.m. That is an extra ticket cost. If you go to my website, DeEtteRanae.com, you can go in on the calendar of events and you can see that. You can go to the link and buy a ticket if you want and go see that. I go into a very, very deep meditation, allow my consciousness to kind of shift to a side and let another conscious come in and speak through me, which is my God, just so you know. He's very wise. I guess he's gives some great information. Lots of messages come through, so it's going to be a great time. I will be in trance for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how long my body can handle it. That is Friday night. It's at the Best Western in Rochester, Minnesota. And then Saturday and Sunday, I will be at the event that's at the same location. Okay. It is a Soul and Synergy event. I will be doing readings both days. I don't believe I'm speaking either day. If I am, I'll let you know later. Or you'll just find out when you show up. It's usually a $5 entry fee to get through the door, but there's lots of vendors there. There's mediums and psychics and healers and sound bath people usually and crystal dealers and oh my God, there is so many different things that show up. So just come on in, enjoy the day with us. We'll be there Saturday and Sunday. I heard the weather's not going to be good this weekend, so you might as well come say hi. But that's where I'm at this weekend. As always, feel free to go to my website and book an appointment with me. My schedule is open through partway into June to book those readings with me. Just hit the book it button and it's going to take you to my scheduling page. So there you go. For classes, guys, I am teaching right now. I am basically teaching individual people. So I don't have like on Thursday night at 5 p.m. or whatever, is people that want to take a class with me or want to learn from me. Right now, I'm doing them on an individual basis. I'm not doing, if you want some totally creative, that is the mentoring, where you're looking more at mentoring that you really need some specifics, not just the general beginners, intermediate, and whatnot. I also have the soul coaching, guys, which is truly if you really want to launch yourself and change yourself and grow and you feel stuck and you don't know how to get through it, go to the soul coaching page and we can do it together. Okay? You guys have an amazing day. Have a phenomenal week. Go make some rock soup. And I will see you Monday morning on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the yellow brick road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.